China has built massive cities in record time, mastered high-speed rail, and even landed on the far side of the moon. With its endless resources and power, it seems like China can do anything. But according to Janis Varoufakis, a bold and outspoken former Greek finance minister, there is one thing China will never be able to copy from the Philippines. What is it, and why is it out of China's reach? Before we reveal this shocking truth, let's talk about Janis Varoufakis himself. If you don't know him, he's not just another politician. He's an economist, a professor, and a man who shook the entire European Union during Greece's financial crisis in 2015. As finance minister, he faced a nation drowning in debt. Unlike many leaders who gave in to pressure, he stood his ground, rejecting harsh economic cuts from the International Monetary Fund. Some saw him as a fearless strategist fighting for his country's freedom, while others thought he was reckless. But one thing is certain, he became one of the most influential thinkers of our time. So, when someone like him speaks about a Filipino legacy that even a superpower like China can't replicate, it's worth listening. This legacy isn't about money, military power, or technology. It's something deeper, woven into the soul of the Filipino people. It's something no government, no amount of wealth, and no superpower can ever take away. What is this powerful secret? Keep watching to find out. The European Central Bank and the European Commission wanted Greece to follow strict economic rules, but Janis Varoufakis refused to give in. Unlike many politicians who surrendered under pressure, he stood firm, arguing that these policies would only make Greece suffer more instead of solving its problems. His bold stance made him one of the most talked about figures in modern economics. Some saw him as a genius fighting for his country's freedom, while others thought he was reckless and stubborn. Love him or hate him, there's no denying that his ideas have changed the way people think about money and power. But Varoufakis isn't just a politician, he's also a brilliant teacher. He has taught at some of the world's top universities, including the University of Athens, the University of Texas, and the University of Cambridge. His books like Adults in the Room and Talking to My Daughter About the Economy break down complicated economic ideas into simple words that anyone can understand. His ability to explain money, power, and politics in a way that grabs attention has made him one of the most important economic minds of our time. Whether you agree with him or not, his impact is impossible to ignore. Janis Varoufakis is not just a smart man, he's a game changer. His sharp mind, fearless ideas, and deep understanding of global politics make him stand out. While most economists focus only on numbers, he digs deeper, exposing the real power struggles behind financial decisions. So when someone like him points out a Filipino legacy so powerful that even China, a global superpower, can't copy it, you know it's something worth paying attention to. But what exactly is this legacy? It's not about buildings, money, or technology. It's something deeper, something you can't touch or measure. It lives in the heart and soul of the Filipino people. The Philippines has been invaded and controlled by powerful nations, Spain, America, and Japan, all trying to shape it in their own way. They forced their languages, religions, and systems onto the country. But did they erase Filipino identity? No. Instead, Filipinos absorbed these influences, mixed them with their own traditions, and created something entirely new. During Spanish rule, they embraced Catholicism, but blended it with their indigenous beliefs, creating a unique and passionate faith. When America arrived, Filipinos learned English but kept their own rich languages alive. No matter who tried to change them, they always found a way to stay true to themselves. Filipinos didn't just learn English, they made it their own. Mixing it with their native dialects, they created a language full of life, energy, and identity. When Japan took over, they faced terrible hardships. But did they break? No! They stood strong, fought back, and came out even more determined to reclaim their land and their freedom. Now, ask yourself, how many countries have been ruled by 3 different colonizers and still kept their true identity? Spain, America, and Japan all tried to reshape the Philippines in their own way, but none could erase what made Filipinos unique. Even after centuries of foreign rule, Filipino culture remains untouched at its core. The traditions, the language, and the values, they're still here, still thriving. And even today, in an age where globalization is swallowing cultures whole, Filipinos continue to adapt without ever losing themselves. Can China copy that? Not a chance. That's why the Filipino spirit is unbeatable. It's not built on money or skyscrapers, it's built on resilience, adaptability, and a deep-rooted identity no superpower can ever duplicate. As Janis Varoufakis says, culture isn't just history, it's a way of life. And at the heart of Filipino life is Bayanihan, the unstoppable spirit of community. Filipinos have a powerful tradition called Bayanihan, a deep sense of community where people help each other without hesitation. When a typhoon destroys homes, when an earthquake shakes the land, or when a volcano erupts, Filipinos don't just wait for help, they become the help. Neighbors rush to rebuild houses, strangers share food, and communities work together, proving that unity is stronger than any disaster. But Bayanihan isn't just for hard times, it's a way of life. Walk into any Filipino home and you'll see it. Whether in the busy streets of Manila or the quiet rice fields of the provinces, kindness and generosity are everywhere. If there's a fiesta, a wedding, or even a simple birthday, the table is never too full. There is always space for one more, whether you're family, a friend, or even a complete stranger. Filipinos don't just offer food, they offer warmth, laughter, and a sense of belonging. It's in their nature to welcome others as if they've known them forever. This is why the Filipino spirit is unbreakable, because it is built on love, resilience, and an unshakable sense of togetherness that no superpower can ever copy. Filipino warmth and kindness have amazed people from all over the world. Many visitors say they have never felt more welcome than when surrounded by Filipinos. It's not just about being friendly, it's a way of life. Strangers are treated like family, guests are given the best seat at the table, and there is always a smile, no matter the situation. Now, let's compare this to China. China is an economic giant, powerful and efficient, but its culture is built differently. It follows a strict top-down system where the government sets the rules, controls traditions, and shapes society. In contrast, the Philippines thrives on a people-first mindset. It's organic, community-driven, and impossible to copy. In China, traditions and social structures are shaped by centuries of Confucian beliefs, where authority and obedience are central. The government sets the direction, and people follow. While this has brought economic success, it lacks the deep, personal connections that make Filipino culture so unique. In the Philippines, culture is alive. It grows through stories, shared struggles, and the powerful bond of community. No government can create that. No superpower can control it. And that is what makes the Filipino spirit truly unstoppable. The strength of Filipino culture comes from its people, not from leaders or rules. This is why it remains one of the toughest and most adaptable cultures in the world. No matter where Filipinos go, they carry their values with them. Millions of overseas Filipino workers live in different countries, yet they always find ways to stay connected. They help each other find jobs, support one another like family, and send billions of dollars back home, keeping the Philippine economy strong. Even in foreign lands, the spirit of Bayanihan community helping each other is alive. No Filipino is ever truly alone. If someone is struggling, others step in, whether it's offering a place to stay, helping with paperwork, or raising money for a sick friend. Back home, this same spirit is everywhere. Jeepney drivers won't leave passengers behind, neighbors organize fundraisers for those in need, and families open their doors to anyone. Filipino culture is not controlled by governments or policies. It grows through everyday acts of kindness, strength, and unity. And the best part? It's not just limited to the Philippines. From America to the Middle East, Filipinos continue to spread their unstoppable resilience and warmth across the world. Filipino nurses, engineers, and artists leave a lasting impact wherever they go. But here's a question: why are Filipino workers in such high demand worldwide? Why do global employers trust them with important jobs? The answer goes beyond skills. It's about attitude. It's about a work ethic that blends hard work, kindness, and creativity in a way that no other country has mastered. Now, let's go back to the big question. Why can't China copy this? Sure, China can build massive cities in record time. It has advanced technology, a powerful economy, and a disciplined workforce. But can it create a culture of warmth, adaptability, and strong community support? Can it build a society where people help each other without waiting for the government to step in? This is exactly what Yanis Varoufakis was talking about. A nation's true power isn't just about money, skyscrapers, or military strength. It's about the heart of its people. The Philippines has something rare, a deep sense of unity, resilience, and generosity that no superpower can manufacture. It's not built in factories or controlled by policies. It's something real, something alive, and something the world deeply respects. It all comes down to the people. And when it comes to people, the Philippines has something priceless, something no amount of money or power can buy. While China has perfected the art of building massive cities, high-speed rail, and a powerful economy, it struggles with something far more difficult: true social unity that comes naturally, not by force. In China, the government tightly controls social order through strict rules, surveillance, and rewards for obedience. But here's the real question. Can a country create a culture where people genuinely help each other without being told to? Can it manufacture kindness, generosity, and a natural sense of belonging? The answer is simple: no. Throughout history, the strongest nations were not just the richest or the most powerful in war. They were the ones where people stood together, adapted to challenges, and supported each other without hesitation. The Philippines proves this time and time again. Its people are not just survivors. They are builders, dreamers, and caretakers of a unique culture that no superpower can copy. True strength is not in concrete and steel. It is in the spirit of a nation, and the Filipino spirit is unbreakable. This is where the Philippines truly stands out. It has an incredible ability to mix strength with real human connection, making it unique in a world that is often divided and controlled. This kind of power cannot be created in the labs or enforced by laws. It's something that has to be lived, felt, and passed down through generations. And that's exactly why, despite facing many hardships, the Philippines has a special place in the world. It's not just about money, power, or influence. It's about something much deeper and stronger: the human spirit. So, what does this mean for the future? In a world that's changing faster than ever, the nations that will succeed won't be the wealthiest or the most powerful. They will be the ones whose cultures can adjust, overcome, and build tight-knit communities no matter what comes their way. In this regard, the Philippines has already succeeded. Now, here's something to ponder. If you had to pick one thing that makes the Filipino spirit so strong and unbreakable, what would it be? It's something beyond words, a power that sticks with you even in the toughest times.